Hey guys, sorry that my phone was kind of losing data control. So somehow I realized that it got disconnected several times. There's some recording of whatever I was saying, but I see that there was. We, I mean, I'm sad that we missed the opportunity to have a little bit more of a dialogue about it. But let's continue that on Wednesday. So here's the explanation of the assignment for what was supposed to be today. Um, what is the idea of bubble diagram? If you remember, or at least how I would explain it, is that we focus more on how we can use what we do in buildings, inside of buildings. So what we do in buildings um, are these different scenarios. So today I was trying to tell you a story that there's a scenario on how I visit somebody in the hospital. So if I'm visiting somebody that had knee surgery, I will probably drive up to the hospital, park somewhere, probably in some parking lot, go to the main entrance and try to see some sort of information booth or maybe check-in booth or some sort of maybe occasionally just a board that is saying this department here, that department there. And then I'll try to find the um, what's I wanted to say oncology. God, my brain is thinking bad thoughts. Hopefully, you guys are doing well with the tension around the election. We're in California. I guess we have a slightly different view of the world, but um, that's why my brain goes into oncology instead of orthopedics because somebody that I'm visiting in a hospital just had a knee surgery. So when I come to the entrance to the hospital, I have to find the Department of Orthopedics, and inside of orthopedics department there will be a couple of rooms with surgery patients. So I'll probably follow the signs, find the orthopedics department, and go there. There's another option. I was talking about it today. What if I come to the hospital because I was in a car crash and I end up in the orthopedics department anyways? But my way through the hospital will be completely different. I would come in, through I don't know, ER, and there will be a triage room, and then they will probably have to take me for X-ray somewhere on the orthopedics department. So I'll end up there, but with a completely different scenario. So why do we have these scenarios, and how do we think about it? Here's my interpretation of it. Um, we move through the buildings through our let's imagine a home. We move through our home, and fridge doesn't. So if I want to get something from the fridge, I have to stand up and walk there and get something from the fridge. Fridge is not going to come to me. If I want to sleep, I go to bed. If I want to read something, I sit on sofa because that's where comfortable. So at the very beginning, when we were looking into possibilities of spaces, I asked you to look into the potential quiet corner and what kind of ideas do you have for use of that corner. So a quiet corner would be a place with the extra fluffy armchair that has three or four pillows and a nice ottoman and a great lamp and maybe even a smart speaker where you can just comfortably sit and read a book. A quiet corner can also be a desk where you can sit down and maybe record something that you're hoping that your students will appreciate. So there are many different things, right? So we move, beds don't, and fridges don't, and kitchens stay where they are. Now, when we are planning next spaces, what we are trying to accommodate is spaces and scenarios. Some things will not move. Kitchen will be where it is, but the scenarios of use will be kind of determined with what is possible in certain space. So here's what I was thinking that you should do. Find an iconic building. What iconic building I have for you guys? This one. Um, this is Villa Savoy. It's designed by Corbusier. I will give you this as this PDF. No, not PDF. PowerPoint that I think will be interesting. This one is unfortunately in French. Some of you might speak French, so it might be easy for some of you. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. What I want you to see is a building. Proportions, size, scale, views, all of it. It will be fun if you understand what they're saying because they're talking about how it's converted into a museum. But you will have a little bit more information than just seeing, literally just seeing the floor plans. So now that you have examined it, sometimes from floor plans it's not that complicated. You get the most of the idea. But sometimes it gets to be complicated. So when you see something like this is the floor plan where this gentleman is standing. And if you have some understanding, I would say that he's standing somewhere here, right? What we see is this right here and a column right behind him, right? So he might actually be here. He's standing right there. This is this open courtyard that is on the second floor. And then what we are seeing is the boudoir window right here. And then there's, well, it seems that this is a little bit longer, but maybe, maybe something has changed. So this will give you some more ideas of how the space actually unfolds. Let's see. Especially at the beginning, you get to see, this raised second floor and then kind of opened up ground floor. But if you come from a different angle, from here, you get to see slightly different, more traditional view. Anyways, how was this house used? What we are looking for right now is the use. So I'll just keep using some of the bubbles. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to say this whole thing right here, that is an open space. We just set up transparency of this oval so that we can shape fill. If there is a way to make it shape effects, if there's a way, I forgot how I usually do it, but there's a way to make it somewhat more transparent if I remember. Shape fill, is it possible that it's fill? Doesn't matter. Anyways, this is the open space, right? This is the open patio. I'll move it here so that it doesn't make much of a difference. And then right here, I'm going to say open courtyard. Or maybe patio. Okay, that's that. Now, what is this room? Well, this room is a big living room, right? So I'll think about this and I'll say like living room, right? Not room, but room. And if I misspelled something, please don't get angry. Now, this is obviously kitchen, right? So let me draw another one for the kitchen, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, what happens here, they call it solarium, just a sunroom. So let's do this one as a sunroom. But I would probably say that it's some sort of a breakfast nook, right? Now, the most interesting part of this building is this crazy ramp that starts from the other side, right? Where you go up. Um, and a lot of stuff happens because of this ramp, right? Uh, the whole movement through the house is somewhat more unusual. I'm gonna say ramp, right? Let's just move it. Uh, Move it up. So ramp, right? And then this whole thing is master bedroom. Where's my gonna move it. So here's the master bedroom, right? And I can write it. Now, if you see what is happening here is I already have some sort of bubble diagram. So I'm just going to copy all of these the way they are. I'm going to paste them here. So this is my ramp, right? Okay, so this one is right? So when you look at these things without the floor plan, you'll say, well, these two things connect. So maybe I can put, a line in between these two. I'm going to make it really thick so that, like, really, really thick. Okay. This is not really thick, but right. And then these two things connect. And the sunroom breakfast room connects to the kitchen. There are my shapes here. Right? It connects to the kitchen. There we go. And now I'm starting to have this bubble diagram. So if I would go and trace everything, the master bedroom, the son's bedroom, guest bedroom, they will come here. So, right? I know this from a floor plan. Here is somehow son's bedroom, and then next to it is, oops, the wrong shape, is guest bedroom, right? But there's some sort of a corridor that is, so this is bedroom. It was for the son of the owners of the house, and this is guest bedroom, right? So there's going to be some other stuff. So this is going to be connected to this corridor. There's another corridor, and there's another connection. But what you're seeing is this study of connections. Now, this is what I expect you to do. You can absolutely sketch it. There's really no reason for tracing, these complete shapes. But when you see something like this, it already starts to say kind of whole lot of stuff of what can possibly happen here. So this was one way. Look at the floor plan and start thinking about the use. So this is kind of a very important part. Here, master bedroom gets to have its own, what they call boudoir. Um, let's see. I'm just going to call it B, mostly because I don't know how to spell it. But this is what connects master bedroom to the outside, right? So, so there's a connection here as well. So it captures relationships between the U's. And that is one way to think about uh, bubble diagrams, right? So you look at something, you start saying, here's the garage, here's the ramp. I start going up, stairs. This is all open. And then the two little workshops, the apartment for, I would say, the driver, right? Now, when you come up all the way here, there's going to be a grand living room, kitchen, small breakfast room, guest bedroom, one bathroom, one suite bedroom, and then the other one master bedroom and the boudoir, right? And then you go out. This is very important. This is your private garden, but from below, and then the whole roof actually doesn't have a particular purpose, which is very interesting. But it is an open garden area, right? You have the views. So that's the story of this house. And if you kind of use this little video to walk through it, I think you'll have some ideas. Now, this was the first part. The second part is something that we might, if you see this video, um, just go through 5 iconic buildings and do it. You don't necessarily have to create new things, but start thinking about scenarios that you're using in your house, right? You need to create a bubble diagram for your house. Now, the question is how granular, right? I'm now saying open patio, and uh, I'm not going into small details of, well, here's where you plant roses, and here's where you sit in 9 a.m. because you have a nice shadow, and here's where you would probably have outdoor dinner if you have friends over. All of these things are different granularities, different scales. Um, my guess is that when you document a chair, and they're all inside of the living room. So here's my little sofa where I love to. Um, so here's the sofa, right? And my favorite chair is right here. And they start creating these stories about the living room, like just like you can do, a little diagram saying, well, here's the fridge, right? So how granular for the analysis of iconic buildings, see it from this big side, something like this. Of course, completely connected, finish all of this. And for your apartment, do it really small. And then we talk on Wednesday. I'll make sure that I have a good connection, and I'm hoping that all of you can come. And then we will talk about the scenarios that you are going to be creating for the bubble diagrams. So we are looking into spaces and scenarios, and we will be seeing what scenarios are possible based on bubble diagrams. Okay, I hope that this helps. I see you all on Wednesday.